of you. The most efficient former Vice President of the Third Republic of the Gambia, who is the Secretary General and Party Leader of the United Democratic Party, the UDP. His Excellency Loyal Senudabo, the choice of the majority of the Gambian people, the architect of peace, stability, and extension, the role model of many in the field of politics today. Sir, I salute you especially for this special memorable Congress of UDP, our party and the party loved by majority of Gambia. Her Excellency, the Deputy Secretary General and Party Leader of the UDP and all serving National Executive Members of the UDP 2022. My immediate subordinate, the first and second National Vice President of the UDP, Lord Mayoress Rohi Malik Lo Serikan and Alaji Janjangbureh respectively. Members of the diplomatic and consular corps present here, representatives of other political parties present, invited guests, party supporters and sympathizers, fellow delegates from all regions and constituencies across the country, ladies and gentlemen. I salute you all with a common Islamic greeting. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My role here at this moment is to welcome all of you to this noble and august gathering that earmarks the National Congress of our great party, during which we review occurrence of all activities of the party during past years and also nominate and vote for the new executives that will administer the affairs of our great party in the coming 2 years. I therefore avail myself with this great opportunity to thank the entire 2022 General Membership of UDP and the National Executive in the party for job well done during 2022. Your contributions were immense. To UDP diaspora, we owe you millions of more thank you. However, on behalf of the National Executive members and all UDP supporters and sympathizers, I say to UDP diaspora, Allah Baraka. My role here is to welcome you here. I, on behalf of the entire UDP 2022 executive members, and by extension, all party militant supporters and sympathizers, I welcome you all to 2022 UDP National Congress here at Janjangbureh, and I pray that this Congress yield a very big victory for our party, UDP. Long live Loyal Senu and Ndabo, long live members UDP, long live the Gambia. The struggle continues. Allah Baraka. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Janjangbureh stansan kono na alfabel konto na tentu kaje na na kurka nyuya loko wala nyanta na pati tamandila ka wonto ko ani pati nyanta tabala nyami ani na akanto na kodo na min sodo pati ka tamandi nyami ni na to wala te jam pour mo faire esa kala mutako ni na be kering congress kuma na be kola nyam alwasila ali ala moy abekela kenati pati ni ali mo be ni nyanta wodila abekila kakabe kala jam pampa na mo leke na mo leke. Assalamu alaikum suma wakay mame ni do ni santa legi ñone fi ko yaga ni ko wa egale dara na en fi suma kati dara na en te do le santa en ñep pati bi mu ngeen ñew pour wara tan ñi nga xamne tay mo ngeen olu pour jox leen pati bi ñu di ko doxal ni ko wara doxale nañ ko ñu déglu santa leen ñep gërëm leen ñep xaalis ko pati bi am fi yëpp lañ ko waxe ñu ci bi daal moom na leer dafa leer be faaw jere ngeen ñep.
jërëjëf national president ajaratu Yaamu Ndaw Jee Yaabo kàddu yi rafet na wax ji gàtt na wax ji am na maanaa ñu ngi la jaajëfal di la dalal ci Janjangbureh yow it mais auditeur Badungane hani bi bari janni wobe kela fanansi kumandim fodrom ka foko Congress 2022 importance allowing for 2023 nyantana local government election me wala sonokan so kachalu min be kala jang ferolu min be landila jang wala mo pourka UDP ma koy ye 2023 election ya kanje bari wato tata andu modito manna follow so na tara si na Secretary General and na party leader lawyer Alhaji Hussein Mukunda Dabo nsa kumande afana ina kalunta ngol dia kalunta ngol welcome pour congresso yeta nyanta tala nyame distinguished delegates, special invited guests, our colleagues from the other political parties here present. I can see the National Youth President of and members of all the other political parties that have been gracious enough to come to this welcome and opening ceremony of Congress 2022. And Honorable Maudo from the NPP is also present at the Congress. Once again, we welcome all special guests, all dignitaries to the Congress of the United Democratic Party held here in Janjangbureh today. The statement of the Secretary General, with your indulgence, will now be made as we wait for the auditor, the external auditor of the party. Your Excellency, with great pride and great pleasure, I welcome you to the dais to give your statement to Congress. I was going to do a quick summary of the party that myself have quite tired. So, Honorable Badingolu, party leader, Secretary General, United Democratic Party, Atelebinala Kumo Fola, Andumbe Mobe Danila, Nalamui, parce que à la diamo mansia, Bariwato Wata diamo ke, aka Gambia Bele Karandi, aka Najamono Bele Karandi. Mbolo mi Mulena Nyan, Secretary General Party Leader, Moy commencé garal kaddu que moom saa yu mu waxee dafa jàngal jamono ji dafa jàngal waa réew mi jërëjëf Party Leader.
Mr. Moderator, hola, Janjangbureh, the National President of the United Democratic Party, saya Yaamu, Deputy Party Leader, Deputy Secretary General, Adaratu Padiam Seda, the National President of the Youth of the United Democratic Party, the National Presidents of the male and female youth of the party, the BCC and Honorable Zaho, distinguished delegates, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum to all present here on this auspicious occasion. Similarly, I extend greetings and salutations to members of the National Party not present here in person, who are joining us in spirit, spread across the entire length and breadth of the country, as well as our direct members and supporters across the world, whose commitment is not democratic. For the country, for this special country, we all call our home. I want to begin by extending our profound gratitude to our host, the hospitable and wonderful people of Janjangbureh, the little elders, the Afghan disabled, all the way down to the youth. I want to especially thank both the national and the local organizing committees for the tremendous effort in preparing this important event in the calendar of our party. A lot of work goes into planning and effectively executing the National Congress for a party as big and diverse as the UPP. This ranges from arranging registries of identifying and transporting delegates, housing, feeding, and sequence implements in a proper and orderly fashion. While the product of the endeavor may look good and seamless, I am certain it takes a lot of time, resources, and sweat. Therefore, I thank all involved, from our members, donors, planners, schools, drivers, entertainers, and more importantly, you, the delegates, who are tasked with the important responsibility. Successfully because the party will be moving future. Before proceeding further our business at hand, I want all of us present here to take a minute to remember in silent prayer our compatriots with whom we started this party and the sacred journey it is committed to and who are no longer with us. We pray for Allah to grant them mercy, and for those of us they leave their left behind to continue on the righteous path of serving the Gambia and its diverse people towards the common good. I also want to acknowledge at this point the presence of sister political parties. I acknowledge the presence of MC Chan, the youth leader of the Gambia Democratic Party. I also acknowledge the presence of Honorable Alani Sow, former National Assembly member for Jimara, also representing GDC. I want to acknowledge also the presence of Maura Kamara, whom I presume is here representing the MPP. I want also to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Kadumbula, a friend of ours who comes from East Africa and is not here on this occasion. I say thank you very much for gracing this occasion. The list may look like long, but it is necessary to acknowledge certain personalities. Amongst them is my brother, Mr. Joe, former ambassador of the Gambia to France. I also want to acknowledge the presence of local dignitaries in the persons of Dabo Jaite, one of our leaders in Niani. Also, Kaka Kamara, who has been a founding member of this party and who has done a lot to carry this party to where it is today. We acknowledge your presence and you also acknowledge my force. We acknowledge the presence of everyone here, particularly of our sister political parties whom have not been able to identify. And also, we acknowledge is the presence of Honorable Omar Jame, the National Assembly member for Janjangbureh. We are grateful that you are amongst our hosts and you grace this occasion, and your presence speaks volume of our political parties and politicians who can interact on occasions of this nature. I appreciate your presence here. We are here in this August gathering to affirm our commitment to Article 9(4) of our Constitution that requires our party to hold biennial congresses as well as to uphold the deep-seated tradition of internal democracy that lies at the very heart of our party. The leadership that was elected at the last Congress will render full account of their tenure to you, the esteemed assembly delegates, and by extension, the constituencies you represent. Pursuant to the submission and your subsequent consideration thereof, table and discussion of resolutions and other matters, the entire leadership will resign their respective positions, and you, the delegates, will then move on to the important task of electing the new leadership of the party with a mandate to steer the affairs of the party for the duration of their mandate. I am confident that the leaders that you will elect will measure up to your carefully considered opinion regarding their competence, integrity, and commitment to deep-rooted values of the United Democratic Party. Values that, inter alia, emphasize honesty and dedication to country. Those who dedicate themselves to serving UDP do so for no compensation or expectation of public adulation. On the contrary, the history of our party is one built on sacrifice, selflessness, and an abiding faith that our nation and its people deserve a government that puts them and their priorities ahead of those who elected them. Those who represent the party in any capacity, from leaders, this Congress will elect, to our elected councillors, chairmen, mayors across the country, and our patriotic National Assembly members, to the individual and in the brigade, all represent our shared values. It validates a mantra I have said before, and that is UDP is more than a conventional political party. It is an idea etched in the minds and hearts of the people, and of its none of the people. Nothing fills me with pride and gratitude than seeing the admirable and exemplary leadership UDP demonstrates wherever they serve the Gambian people. Without exception, UDP elected mayors, local government council chairmen are running the council they control effectively, transparently, and successfully. They have all increased revenues, deliver services, and embark on very ambitious long-term plans that is demonstrated to all Gambians, irrespective of party affiliation, that UDP knows how to get things done. In recognition of the incredible job they are doing, I would like to ask all our councillors, chairmen and NAMs in attendance to please stand up so that they can publicly show them our appreciation and encourage them to keep on the path of good and honest leadership all Gambians are witnessing in their work. Can all councillors and all mayors and National Assembly members please stand up so that we express our gratitude. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for serving the Gambia. And thank you very much for keeping the flag of the United Democratic Party flying high. I also want to thank the entire UDP National Assembly caucus for their tenacious defense of the Gambian people in Parliament. Their recent principled position in rejecting the annual budget that proposes to spend $35 billion, 3/4 of which excludes 75% of the Gambian population, to whom these resources belong, is commendable, and every serious Gambian appreciates it. It is an obscene, self-serving budget that traps our nation in unplayable debts and deficits, undermines the economy by increasing inflation, contributes to increases in prices of basic commodities, and creates no jobs, as well as neglecting the key areas of health, agriculture, and education. All 16 members of our caucus voted against the budget. And I'm pleased to inform the people of Janjangbureh that our parliamentarians We are joined by Honorable Omar Jame, Namko Janjangbureh, with 3 other non-UDP members to oppose this bad budget proposal for the Gambian people. The rejection of the budget demonstrates commitment to country and its people. This is at the heart of what UDP stands for and will always stand for. In the run-up to December 2021 presidential election and the April 2022 parliamentary election, UDP prepared this 5-point agenda and manifesto outlining the UDP government development objectives that ensures access to services for the majority of Gambians. In addition to these 2 forward-looking documents, I have commissioned preparation of another vision document titled UDP Working Paper Series Building a New Gambia, which ties the 5-point agenda and manifesto together in the light of the newest global development trends and thinking. This working paper clearly articulates the kind of country the UDP wants to build for the Gambia. The 3 documents clearly lay out UDP's short, medium and long-term visions of how it wants to develop the Gambia from a least developed country to a middle-income country and eventually to a small developed country. These policies will be further deliberated on during this conference. Distinguished delegates and my compatriots, I am at this congress with a heart full of grief, because for the first time in the history of the Gambia, this country is without a validated development plan. It is almost 1 year since the president was sworn in to serve a second term, and instead of attending to the serious affairs of the nation, this government is busy on trivialities and matters that set back the progress of development. This Congress will focus on what matters to the people of the Gambia and will chart out a better future for the Gambia. With these few remarks, I declare our 2022 Congress officially open. May we begin and conclude in the best of manners, and I thank all of you for your kind attention. Mobe kontona ka commencé na national president la aja yamuda yabo deputy party leader aja Yamseka, national women's president aja Spenaka, fondike musolu ani fondike kewlu la nyaton kodu mekata Jimbi Cissé ani honorable Suleiman Sauti ani na duntam bunyaden bal me be janto mbal be kontona anatel mod melal ka ko Allah banko yalle tele tombong pour aller nasi janto pour kapati wala ko kacha ngal be konton ko la bena konton do dila na pati dingla ani Gambia ko mela no ko bi e man traferi keri fe janto bari do ba e ben jube kan abi haklo be bi janto na konton ni ma be fanani na Gambia din kendolu mel ya no ka ko wala be Gambia bantala e be ni pati ba support ka suto ni tilo be ko ke be ka kay na konton do be ya wala mo mel ya no ka ko ferme ya no ka ko amma abe keri me ya no ka ma tamino Gambia la wala mo tete e yim banko me ya ko la banko no ya tale ta ko banko no mo nyanta banko no na konton do be fanali mbe na jati kendolu mbal tetla mbal jayla aliyen jiya kum aliyen landi kum aliyen domol kum aliyen jiyo dinangam kum ala baraka bari Janjangbureh to mo fenfenna fo dum tambunya oto mel man jallo men kata janto ayol le terrain wala mantelo terrain to na organizing committee fanan be tetla me da ka ko wolle be janto ani wala ko wolle be Banyon, National Organizing Committee, Befana Tentuna, the Doku Kendo Menke, Purkajako, Ni Doku Ning, Akatanyama. Betel Brofanan Karamola, Melano Kapoko, Walea Foli Bondi, Kake, New Conference. Nimme Jembes, Benim Mentoten, Bessinia Mentoten, Bessiru Menkototen, Meliake, Wo Famoso Tetuke Jai, Melesiral Dinner. Patio kano kama be temple doli la ko dol ke doli woli la symbole le ke ka momo ye menke be temple la dal ko nim fenkili manke ta wol kono be ko men be kunna janto bi ndata no la to mu meke and lafta mo be sa no ka fako ni do ko men kada ten do ko kendelo mu adum patio ba kalamale janninga follow kapuru nyanda men katala bi lafta le si haklo bulandi alga do haklo bulandi man duku nyoy nan haklo bulam molla ni ma na ko no le ni patio commencé nyola 1996 ni atama tamo kono dol jolo ta masora fali so masora fali liya kono adiata nyama yake potamo kono yente tujanto te kuto te bulu ko patio ni nyanta tamo slow menna na kodina ngata mandi wala wa molu lafta ngamira la waka wati modi mira wala mon me la ka foko itele fata mon me la ka foko yebu tele koy fata mon me la ka foko ibudaita kalin kananina wo molla wato wati nimbenta ado ngadi ka foko gambe dingendo gambe dingende ni sita benta dawda inyantale yemira wo molla ka foko bi gambe abe halo mento ila kato ila pata wala yosabu so lafta nyemodo sinkana nyemodo kana nyene mukontanka ko mol futata mabi mol bem fe janto bi melano ka ko bata pati ko tan leto ina ka ka fu majanto na belni ka kallan ke yandi ka ni nyandi surwal ka memfo jo sin dare bi kar bo xamne musa am to janto nyabe jidi si la fondi to la nyato ko la Honorable MC Cham, Gambia Belayano, Honorable Alaji Sow, and the Nakati Totanum, Jimara Bankoka, Abem Fejanto, Maudo Camara, Nado President of Kapanabijanto, Adumajan Fananu Abijane, Put NPP. Anyway, more than more to them to do. Anyway, but I have a number. I don't Lutang go for them Fejanto, Mayano Kako, about a bantale, the Kafako, Mr. Kadumbula, of an Ambem Fejanto, and a man Kanaka Mabin and Nibelto. Alpha Fanabe, Carmara Janto, Mela Mabin Janto. What do I do? See fanal to for top of man dear, but at least more mola bunya and this adiala. Tata Kamara Bay Amande, I better make a UDP, Abejanto, Amante Giatra Damanti, but Abejane, Kaboko, a Fanamupati Alphalete, Araben Fejanto, Dabu Jaite, Fanam Bejanto, Madora Bafana Janto, no, Manufata, but baby Janto, what? Nyello munya modu malyal kabako inata ifta majanto puro na benye kakalanke yandi ani honorable Omar Jato Jamme, National Assembly member for Janjangbureh. Niaje ntakajanto bi mfano la loi United Democratic Party la Constitution amanga Gambia la loi de kad monya mirako Gambia la loi wala ya foko sanji fula pati on nyata congress kala pat Gambia la loi mo Gambia la loi me fono pati wa pati isake la loi la constitution même bien marala ka ko de sanji fula ibe congress kala so ntelo ken na pati on na congress na constitution lo kabri 1996 ni masakunda be moni kinta ya tan telle bulu kabri 1996 lo de lo ko na article 9(4) wala nyum foko sanji fula UDP ko nyanta bendale patiola tamandir nyaani fanna bela ya jube ko dalilo wala yatinna be janto adum fanandu naja be ke kampana lata democracy la kaba ko dem fem dem ni mo de fem fenna al kafole man ko dem fem ñaafole ti so ni belmu ñaafole ti dete be dete menna ko leer na nata ñato abi ni democracy ti ko wadni adama si ben nole ali ala patiwara ko ali akacha adum asi juber ke fanan nga do ko men ke ngala patiwa mara nyame kabri 2020 fosai ala patio nga mara nyame famara kunda fama marakun nga taman nyame fa betia fama betia minari poto dilale na la bolo na wodo wala patio ni markanya wa fama maranyama amatan fana meri poto dilale albalo na wodo fana patio fama kanya wala maranyame ala ida fana bonyo ne kala odito fana ne binana ko be satisfy la fala ko doni nga ba tara ya mutale ban ko do ka mola na fula ba ya mutanyame ko ka fo ma ado ni ngambandi ni bela ni reporter bela sempe yalo ka ko coopération babulo patio ni kono executive ni kono bebe na place sayla atelu mel yalo ka tel na ta janto atele bena murula katombo ndiroke molla ajita mena ale pesa roke mela ka ko ni lenya dal ni lenya ndama da patio la bodo bangani dikiko ala tombo ndro alta silola silo me yalo ka foko gambian kolu ila hammo anila nafa atatarla kaya ko almom kala aglokono ngayi ka foko mele do ko kendo won mele yalo ka foko ko integrity me ka foko e dadi ko soto mon mele ka foko e dadi ko soto ani mon mele fana yalo ka foko patiola commitment ila patiola ye fandi patiola ye fanka patiola wa molu ngaya ka boko albole tombona ke ko nyato ko de adu wa dal wal kono ma kufula ta jeto me ala ka nyata jubela wala mali la tiling ane fula amali la banko kano wolme wo kuma ya ka ko jeto ba mon me ala ka boko ye fambo le ka do ko ke UDP e ka ala ni annabile ibukate ni kama ka ko mo be dola ali ibukate ni kama ka ko mo le batale be jaida ibera ko de kala da hani ya ke mun kama e ko ni ngambia banko ka UDP kada banko UDP kada kafulati me ya lo ka ko ke fandi ila banko la ke fandi ibaku du jola UDP lo da wala kan ma jube ka ko be mun sotla jeto nada ka ko be men sotla jeto wala bujeto tennu UDP de tarnatin kad lafta menna wala kamasa kunda di gambian kolla masa kunda me yalo ka foko ila hayo banku dilla hayo ibe lora wala mas manta fi masa kunda me ka ko ifan kunkile la hayo drop ibole no abal bitum anna to mbal blokela mo molle la mon me yalo ka foko ye tam do me ka foko ye to monne kapola sol diala kaboni congress do kata fonna councilor to na chairman na mayor ni banko bekam ni molle tan ni dipto mele ka ko la banko den kende ya yita ni molle mele ya ka ko ya do ko ke banko kam gambia be ya no ka ko men do ko ado ya ya le fanam foni me be fan nenen lana wala yatina ni moyi la do ko ay meñi ta wala ñenti ay meñi way men limane la men sabatindi wala kambe fo wato wade wala UDP manke politique parti UDP manke political parti UDP mu mirolete UDP mu hamolete me yalon ka foko abe notari hade wadi ustondo mola boko dino desnotari hade wadi ustondo mola nyame UDP mota manke political parti fembu kan kontan fembu kasi nanka wasu nyanna katambi na dindilla mele alo ka ko nanya to ko mele alo ka ko e do ko kendo ke nyimba ko kan nyaa na me yole do ko meke banul ke ka kan fi na kiama no masa konko Kerawan Basse Basse Fang alo competition le voto Saralo competition le voto pada la pode danyo ay pada sala jamale lo pada sala jamale lo be jada masa you are dio salo ni ala jamfo wala siyata wasala kilinti jedo wajiba kay mel lo jedo alo nani councilors ngolu nani mayor kabla de place dila councilor ngolu ila nafulo isoro fen naja ka mune yo sabu ko amo de sodo abi manson tiare jedo mbe mo be danila tabo ko alla wuli ngalo nani councilor na me yoro ngambulo ko siye me yoro ni councilor be wula yelo anda be wula ko siye be ko solo be ko ni sibi makambilalo mo masa ko finance minister ada di tele gadi dictol anil mobilita sa lulo signals wada meniatala sirla signata morowla anil lulu wo yilani budgeto wo yol futin wol kono wo yol balde wol may wol da budget bankola afo ta worowla nil lulu fana ta worowla nil lulu yo beda bol budgeto 35 billion dollars ko to mani bet kolonia ko ma to mi dole e ko ila tamolu ila conference olu ila allowance olu ani fawla mebe la me ko do janto wala tijeto mebe pasamas wala tijeto mebe chewel wala tijeto bari hadi tel modan tan bari na diptewlo imotan ani woro wala ko iba bulenge ita sonnala ye banne dunia ko ye bande ni lam gambe ni toti bana ni diptata ni worolu Janjangbureh dipto akafta ni tani wo banko ni tendo dipta la panang la ro ka pe mandana patioto wal fanan kaftema bari yalon wala sifa e ka ko jumala mo siata jeto because itela la mo siata jeto ni budget kurum budget me yalon kam kamanta gambia kolo da hajo topoto ko ko budget ni yo leta ya pass na diptolu wal mason wala and ya ni budget maintenance boya kendile gambia la julo ni abe warakam ayakele marchandise ni idabe selekam ayakele panan ka ko agriculture me yanu ka ko mansa kuna nyata dinada mansa kuna manyata dinada amu budget leti me yanu ka ko amando ku create no jobs have been created amoke budget leti me yanu ka ko Gambian kolu ila jawya ila Gambian kola jawya yole fengaten janni bitale presidential election la December serum ani national assembly election na policy kaito bondi memo 5-point agenda team. For 5-point agenda, wali na manifesto ngole di Gambian call la kabo ko nadie banko dinna banko nyin mbata mon la nyame banko nyin bayir wan la nyame amamme na ngamol bula do kola pour ka fendada pour Gambia la nyatota bo ni ngota ko kam ni ka nyem ka ta fulol ma bana ka ko wonbe kala Gambia la bukoti sabo ko wonbe kala Gambia la Cameroon siloti pour te be judi pi me Gambia bon la nyame ka to ni be menda daka wono UDP working paper series building a new Gambia wono Gambia kuto ka bo ka no ado ni ko kai wo ni new build ni series ni wale 5-point agenda alina manifesto ibe ndio mwe bakele ba yekaito lu imenyitandi na jero ka Gambia bondi fukara bankoto ka Gambia bondi fukara yago ka samba levuloto me yalo ka ko sabo ko afisa yatale denganana samba levuloto me yalo ka ko bankunding me yalo ka ko dunia be nyabo tafe ni lata pole do ko ni congress to do wat ba ko ka tiala ka dube nyanda akwal lan na nyame atel mbani ngono yodi ko na ma be na moko te ngono fenere mam ni yo kuya na bal wo kono fenere mam sunu na bal wo kono fenene man balo fa Gambian Kodia fo nyina na menge wolo nyim banko de Gambia ko national development plan na yalla ko ya validé banko maso ale ni man national development plan soto ila banko la do ko ni abuka ke no nya national development plan men sota 2018 to 2021 bari man do nati me yalo ka ko la bay tanda Gambia man sa kunna ni te bango ni abata man la nyame Gambia mal kaida ni Gambia be dada la nyame Gambia la nyata ta mi sa nyame ni man sa kunna instead of ye nyati li wala ye nyati ku ku dam la ku dam dro ye nyati li wala ko me la ka ko de bango sa man la nyame UDP lafta jara ko yebe banko kam adum damantam mani masa kunda bondi woto na banko la ko bi nyum conference wa be bana wato waje ngani ka ko ado mo le to mona na ka ko disilo walanna silo me yano ka ko Gambia be tamala kan silo me yalo ka ko ngani de ta be bollale Gambia tama to banko kan tama ni ba te na ba te ba prale ko alisidin na conference ko sai wa salam
jërëjëf secrétaire général parti leader waxoon naa leen ko ne su waxee daf ñoo jàngal dafa jàngal jamono ji li mu wax nag ci gàttal ma gaaral ko rafetlu na torop ci teewaay yi fi nekk di si jiital rafetlu bi kilifa yi jóge ci yeneen political party bi ñu mel ni ñoom MC Cham ndaw bu jógee GDC rafetlu na tamit ne waa NPP yónni nañ fi ndaw constituency National Assembly member bi Mr Jammeh honorable Jammeh mu ngi teew fii bokk na ci gan yi rafetlu na tamit ne UDP elders Kafo ak ñoom Batata Camara ak yeneen kilifa yi am na gan bu jógee foog naa ba Zambia moom it ñëw na bokk ci congrès bi ci gàttal rafetlu na teewaay yi ñi fi nekk yëpp di sas waa congrès ne liggéey moo ñu fi isi waxtaanam bi gën a am solo mu ngi war a ñëw ci kanam tuuti mu ne congrès dañ dee ñëw pour nata lan la liggéeyi parti exécutif bi def moom secrétaire général ak parti leader député am ak national président bi seen liggéey diggante congrès ak congrès naka la mel lan lañ ci xamee naka lañ dépassé parti bi looloo tax congrès di ñëw ba pare bëggoon naa yëgal mbooloo mi tamit ne di am congrès ñaari at yu nekk loolu dafa sampa baax ci UDP parce que section 9 ci suñ constitution yi parti bi fa lañ tënkee loolu ne ñaari at yu nekk parti bi dina am congrès bi pour tànn njiiti parti bi pour ñu doxal affaire yi parti bi so lii du nekk ne loo xam ne la loi moom moo ko teg ci kaw UDP loi dafa ñëw fekk UDP nekk ci loolu. rafetlu na tamit liggéeyi suñ mayors yi ak councilors yi ak chairman yi laaj na mbooloo mi fi toog yëpp pour ñu jóg taxaw tàccul mayor of Banjul, mayor of KMC, chairman of URR, chairman of West Coast, and chairman of North Bank Region, chairman of LRR. Parti leader bi ñaan na congrès bi pour ñu xàmmee leen tamit pour ñu taxaw nit ñi xam ne ñi ñooy councilor UDP ñi ñooy mayor UDP waaye foog naa ne jaru ko sax parce que ñëpp Gambia fu mu nekk xam nañ ne UDP ñoo amee government yu ndaw yi te ñu ngi rafetlu bu baax a baax ñoom mayor Rohey Malick Lowe ñoom mayor Talib Bensouda chairman Landing Sané chairman Fodé Danjo chairman Moulamin Bojang North Bank ak suñ councilors yi yëpp parti leader bi won na ne ñooñu seen liggéey Gambia kon na Gambien si yëpp gis nañ ko te ñu ngi jubal ci beneen local government election mu ngi leen a ñaan di ñaan waa Gambia pour ñu delloo leen ci beneen mandat ñu mun a taxawal réew mi mun a doxal seen gox-goxaan yi yóbbu suñu réew ci kanam. parti leader bi tam wax na mu ne santoon na ay ndaw liggéey pour ñu gën a dëgëral liñ taxawal ci suñ manifesto bi ak suñ 5-point agenda bi mu ngi taxawal gëstuwaay bu ees bu ñoo ooyee UDP working paper series mu ne ñetti kayit yi soo leen boolee dañoo dimbale Gambia pour suxali ko pour yóbbu suñ réew mi ci kanam ndax xalaat yu màccee ñoo ci nekk ndax gis-gis yu baax ñoo ci nekk pour yóbbu suñu réew mi ci kanam mu ne nag li ko gën a métti li ko gën a naxari mooy ne ci histoire yi Gambia ñu ngi door a ñëw ci jamono boo xam ne amuñ kayit yoo xam ne ñu ko tënk teg ko pour naka la dëkk bi di doxee ci kanam di ñoo wax development plan mu ne Gambia histoire am ak li moo yàgga yëpp ak li moo gàtta yëpp at mii rek at bii passé lañ amut development plan loolu nag lu nekk loo xam ne la lu ko naxari la ba pare bugg naa congrès bi suñoo waxtaan fii ñuy gëstu jéem a waxtaan naka la ñoo yóbboo suñu réew ci kanam ndax réew moom liggéey rek lay moo ko mën a yóbbu ci kanam ci gàttal rek ma emale foofu waxi secrétaire général xam naa waxtaan bi dina gën a yaatu dina gën a isi ay xalaat yu rafet pour ñu gën see jàngee mun a yóbbu suñu réew ci kanam mun a yokka naataangoo réew mi jërëjëf suñu xarit yi jógee ci parti GDC ñu ne ñu ngi fi suba ba léegi te ñu ngi am yeneen programme si ñu war a toppatoo Kombo soo leen bëggoon a ñaan rek tàggoo dellu Kombo su parti leader noppalee waxam bi so ñu ngi leen a bàyyi pour ñu dem ci teranga ñu di jaajëfal leen jërëjëfal leen ñaanal leen yooni jaama am na ci temps yi rek jërëjëf waay jërëjëf mbooloo léegi foog naa ne kii doon toppatoo suñ accounts yi mu ngi fi Bakary Sagnang from Foresight Audit Practice ñu ngi ko jaajëfal di ko welcome mu ñëw wax ñu fan la suñu affaire yi account si toolu lan lañ si jàngee gis ngeen ñoom MC Thiam ak honorable bi ñu ngi nuyu parti leader ñu ko taabu dina ñoo deelu Banjul ñu ngi leen a jërëjëfal di leen ñaanal yooni jaama. Mr. Bakary Sanyang, sir, may you present the audited accounts of the United Democratic Party. Mr. Bakary Sanyang is the lead practitioner at Foresight Financial Services.
Thank you very much, Mr. Amametal. I know time is almost time for this customary and also to observe the protocol. I would like to express my thanks to the Secretary General and Party Leader, Honorable A.N.M. Hussein Udaro. I would also like to thank the Deputy Party Secretary General, Auntie Aji Mariam Biseka. And also I want to thank my own auntie, Auntie Yamonda J. Yabo. I also want to thank the mayors of Banjul, Rohi Malik Lo, and also my own Lord Mayor, Kalibi Municipal Council, Talib Ahmed Bensouda. Mr. Bensouda, I must tell you I have an agreement with Mr. Sane. He asked me to send him his invoice. I said, I'll wait for my council rate and business rate. I'm going to pay my council rate and business rate from his invoice. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, members of the executive members, party members present here in the National Assembly members, especially my National Assembly member for Kia West, Honorable Lamin Sise. Mr. Tar, with all other protocol observed, please allow me to read my audit report. And it goes. The independent auditor's report to the members of the United Democratic Party. I'll start with the audit opinion. We have audited the financial statements of the United Democratic Party, which comprise the financial position as at 31st December 2021, and the income and expenditure statement, and the statement of cash flows for the year ended 31st December 2021, and the notes to the financial statement, including summary of significant accounting policies. In our opinion, the party's financial statements give a true and fair view of its financial position, performance, and its cash flow for the year ended, and was prepared in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles in bracket GAAP and the requirements of the party's constitution. How do we arrive at this opinion? The basis of our opinion. We conducted our audit in accordance with international standards on auditing, in bracket ISIS. Our responsibility under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibilities for the audit of financial statement section of our report. We are independent of the party in accordance with the International Ethics Standards Board for Accountants Code of Ethics for Professional Accountants, in bracket IESDA code, together with the ethical requirements that are relevant to our audit of financial statements in the Gambia, and we have fulfilled our other ethical responsibilities in accordance with this requirement and the ISAB code. We believe that the audit evidence we obtain is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. So Mr. Sise, you will realize this morning, when you invited me to stay with you out there, I said no. I have to maintain my ethical independence. Other information. Management is responsible for other information. The other information comprises the general information and report of the directors. The other information does not include the financial statement and our auditor's report thereon. Our opinion on the financial statement does not cover other information, and we do not and will not express any form of assurance conclusion thereon. In connection with our audit of the financial statements, our responsibility is to read the other information, and in doing so, consider whether the other information is materially inconsistent with the financial statements or our knowledge obtained in the audit, or otherwise appears to be materially misstated. If, based on the work we have performed, we concluded that there is a material misstatement of this other information, we are required to report on that fact. We have nothing to report with regards to inconsistency between our financial statement and the other information. Responsibilities of management and those charged with governance of the financial statements. Management is responsible for the preparation and fair presentation of the financial statements in accordance with the GAAP, and for such internal controls as management determines is necessary to enable the preparation of financial statements that are free from material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error. In preparing the financial statements, management is responsible for assessing the party's ability to continue as a going concern, disclosing as applicable matters relating to going concern, and using the going concern basis of accounting unless management intends to liquidate the party or to cease operations or has no realistic alternative but to do so. Those charged with governance are responsible for overseeing the party's financial reporting process. Our responsibility as auditors. Our objectives are to obtain reasonable assurance about whether the financial statement as a whole are free from material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error, and to issue an auditor's report that includes our opinion. Reasonable assurance is a high level of assurance, but it's not a guarantee that an audit conducted in accordance with ISAs will always detect a material misstatement when it exists. Misstatements can arise from fraud or error and are considered material if, individually or in aggregate, they could reasonably be expected to influence the economic decision of users taken on the basis of these financial statements. As part of an audit in accordance with ISIS, we exercise professional judgment and maintain professional skepticism throughout the audit. In addition, we also identified and assessed the risks of material misstatement of the financial statement, whether due to fraud or error, designed and performed audit procedures responsive to those risks, and obtain audit evidence that is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. The risk of not detecting a material misstatement resulting from fraud is higher than for one resulting from error, as fraud may involve collusion, forgery, intentional omission, misrepresentation, or the override of internal control. We also obtain an understanding of internal control relevant to the audit in order to design audit procedures that are appropriate in the circumstances, but not for the purpose of expressing opinion on the effectiveness of the party's internal control. We evaluated the appropriateness of accounting policies used and the reasonableness of accounting estimates and related disclosures made by management. We concluded on the appropriateness of management use of going concern basis of accounting, and based on the audit evidence obtained, whether a material uncertainty exists related to events or conditions that may cast significant doubt on the party's ability to continue as a going concern. If we conclude that a material uncertainty exists, we are required to draw attention in our auditor's report to related disclosure in the financial statement, or if such disclosures are inadequate, to modify our opinion. We had no cause to modify our opinion in the course of the financial statements being presented here. Our conclusions are based on the audit evidence obtained up to the date of our audit report. However, future events or conditions may cause the party to cease to continue as a going concern. We evaluated the overall presentation, structure and content of the financial statement, including the disclosures, and whether the financial statement represents the underlying transactions and events in a manner that achieve fair presentation. Independent audit report continues. We communicated with those charged with governance regarding, among other matters, the planned scope and timing of the audit and significant audit findings, including any significant deficiencies in internal control that we identified during the audit. And we do communicate that through our management letter, which is provided to the treasurer in terms of our observation relating to internal control weaknesses. The engagement partner on the audit resulting in this independent auditor's report is Bakari Sanya, signed, Foresight, Chartered Certified and Management Accountant, Registered Auditors, 50 Gabajampa Road, Bakau. I thank you all for your attention and cooperation, and wish you all a successful deliberation and a congress. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sanyan, for that very comprehensive and a clean bill of financial health. Takumo sujan ni dron kontiboro ayemi fojan ako ito nibe kontiboro kela follow imanya na kela party dimoti ida amanya na terla kela political party la bolto wakati nale ibe kuma fola Ladies and gentlemen, delegates, we have come to the end of the fourth part of Congress 2021, the opening ceremony and the statement of welcome from the Secretary General and Party Leader, the National President's statement of welcome, and the presentation of the audited account. The next part of the proceedings will be moderated by the indefatigable and the amazing Honorable Yakumba Jaite, former nominated National Assembly member. We understand Mauro is here in the crowd representing the NPP. Mr. Mauro, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It's my great pleasure to hand over the mic to Yakumba Jaite.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. My name is Janjangbureh Jaite. Secretary General of the Female Youth Wing of the United Democratic Party. We thank you all for your presence here. First of all, we would like to greet His Excellency Honorable Baba Hussein Nudabo, Party Leader of the United Democratic Party, and Deputy Party Leader, my own grandmother Ajaratu Yamseka, National President Auntie Ajaratu Yamundauje Yabo, Mayor of KMC, Honorable Talib Ahmad Bensouda, Mayoress of Banjul, Rohim Malik Lo Sedikan, the entire executive and the people of Janjangbureh, thank you for hosting us. We appreciate it. We are coming to the next part of today's Congress, which is the presentation and discussion on the report. I would first like to call on the Senior Administrative Secretary, Honorable Alaji S. Dabo, to present the Congress report of 2020. Honorable Dabo, you have the floor.
This is too big.
Thank you very much. Honorable Yakumba Jaite for moderating this part of the program, the presentation of the various reports. My role tonight is to present the Congress Report 2020 that was held at Kanifim Municipality. The purpose of the report, the National Party Congress, are a legal requirement for all registered political parties to hold national consultative processes to provide an update to the party members of the activities of the party and select party officials. The 2020 Congress was held in fulfillment of this requirement and quite clearly at a time of tremendous transformation for the party. The report continued
I will try to summarize as much as I can. Now in 2020 Congress was well attended as usual. 20 delegates selected from each constituency and other party officials attended as well. Elections to the National Executive were held in color celebration with some unique selection being made. For the first time in the history of the politics, a woman was selected as the national president of the party in the person of Janjangbureh. The media and other political party CEOs, independent observers, IEC, and key national and international stakeholders also attended. The Congress was held over 3 days. All speeches and deliberations were translated in the main local languages. Sign language interpretation was also done for all the speakers. We thank the Secretariat in the presence of Mr. Dembo, the Chair, Mr. Amin Jame, Amlai Ture, Dr. Mahmoud Yapa, Ms. Binet Boyam, and Bakari Jame for the wonderful work that they have done. The day one of the Congress was 18 December 2020. This was moderated by Mr. Almame Pandin Tal. Just like what happened before, exactly, he followed the same trend of the moderation. The opening ceremony, he continued to moderate the opening ceremony. On December 18, 2020, Mr. Almame Pandin Tal, party spokesperson, was the moderator for the Congress. He started by expressing his apology to the seated invited guests for the Congress restart, which was due to some delegates' late arrival. He acknowledged the presence of the invited guests, and key among them are a part of the party, Honorable Alhaji MC Kam, Ms. Ami Bensouda, Alhaji Yaya Sise, Excellencies Mr. Dier, Dr. Scott Job, Alhaji Ibumani, and Alhaji Kemusen Jamir, respectives of sister political parties, and duly data of the APRC, Mr. MC Cham of the DDC, and representative from the Citizen Alliance, we are also in attendance. He saluted all their efforts in working of the party in establishing true democracy in the country and in the fight against tyranny that was endured over the 22 years of Yahya rule. He noted the absence of several key players who were with us in the 2018 assembly, amongst who was the late Honorable Laminda Mundiva. May he so rest in perfect peace, the party senior administrative secretary. The welcoming speech delivered by the Lord Mayor, Tariq Ahmed Bensouda, the Mayor of Kanifi Municipality. The Lord Mayor welcomed the party leader and his entire executive, delegate, and all invited guests of the Kanifi Municipal Council. He extended special greetings to his mother, Amit Bensouda, and the Democracy Youth Group of KMC. He expressed his happiness to the host United Democratic Party Congress 2020. Mayor Bensouda assured the Congress that 2021, under the leadership of His Excellency Alhaji Hussein Dabo, UDP shall introduce the government people development that has never been seen before in the history of the country. Furthermore, the United Democratic Party will showcase its brilliance, its power, and ambitious vision, and studies to work that for a renewed country. The statement by the current national president, then acting national president, Yamunawje Yabo, the acting national president, started by extending her welcome remarks to the Secretary General and the party leader Alhaji Hussein Dabo, and the deputy party leader Ajam Mariam Biseka, and the second national president Alhaji Muhammad Sani, and the entire executive members. Madam Yabo noted that his role is to welcome the party delegates and executive to the Congress, so as to chart a a way forward for the next 2 years. She thanked the party leader and the executive for a job well done during the past 2 years. She also thanked the Lord Mayor and the organizing committee for such a magnificent effort ever organized by the party. The speech by the Secretary General and party leader Alhaji Hussein Dabo. His Excellency Alhaji Hussein Dabo, the party leader, welcomed all to the National Congress 2020, acknowledged the presence of all invited guests and delegates, including the constituency delegates, representatives of the political parties, UDP executive, party militants, his two wives, Alhaji and Sichal, who he noted as a mentor, the UDP diaspora representatives. The party leader went further to thank the nursing committee members and our host community, the Canadian Municipal Council, and his dynamic and capable Mayor Taliban Suda and his entire team for welcoming and making the delegates from all corners of the country feel at home. The party leader stated that seeing the enthusiasm and the vigor of the grassroots supporters both here and abroad as the party goes through this internal democracy process give him tremendous hope in both the present and future of the UDP. The party leader asked for the indulgence of the Congress and requested delegates and invited guests to take a moment to remember and pray for his brother, confidence and colleague, Alhaji Janjangbureh. He stated that he started the journey with him from day one. The party leader went further to affirm that the late Diba need to see that of his dream, a free Gambia. However, Mr. Diba is now more than ever happy, prepared to work further to see a fulfilled realization of Mr. Diba's dream. The party leader affirmed his confidence and stated that he is looking forward to a fruitful and robust engagement with the colleagues and members as we chart the way forward collectively to prepare for what we should the final election in 2021. He reminded the delegates that the country is at crossroads after provision started delivered by the courage sacrifice and unwavering faith of the Gambian people. The country is now stumbling. According to Mr. Dabo, we have seen more over the last 4 years attempts to recollect the report and the constitution appealing and the scale way of the depots rigging are creeping up. These are abuse of authority, corruption, wasted or scarce public resources, and sabotage of wider reform agenda. They remind the delegates that our country today is saddled with the presidency and leadership team that does not prioritize the urgent and life-sustaining needs of the citizens. He gave example of serious misappropriation of public resources as follows. The very high salary of the president, which was $250,000 every month, that not being enough, the government allocates a $450,000 as daily food allowance for the office of the president. They observe that this is a serious misallocation of the resources that does not reflect attention to the urgent needs of the citizens. He stated that the government takes our limited resources to live lavishly and fill the people with empty rhetoric. In conclusion, he reminded all that this Congress will be shaping the future of the Gambia, and all ought to dedicate themselves to the true reform agenda that was selfishly and purposely aborted by a president who subordinated the vital national interest to his personal obsession with the office he was elected to serve. The part 2 of the activity was the financial activity that was moderated by Madam Olidiba Wada. This was the party activity report, the activity and financial report. The first part of that, the activity report of the party, was one presented by the party leader, where the party leader outlined the different activities that undertook under the year under review. That is in line with the party's strive for internal democracy. The Women's Wing held their Congress in February 2029, as well as the Youth Wing also held their Congress in March 29. On March 15, 2019, Honorable Ahmad Saleh, Honorable Lamin Diba, and Lechi Usainu Dabo were relieved from their cabinet posts. Also in March 29, the UDP US Seattle chapter invited the party leader to a fundraising event. This was highly successful. In addition to these rallies, the party also held rallies in Bundun, Burford, Basse, and Jarasoma. In March and April 2019, the party decided to expel eight delinquent members of the National Assembly, 2 councillors from West Coast region, and a chairman of the Kamal Area Council for activities that were not in line with the party code of conduct. In the same day, April 2019, the Youth Wing organized the Victims' March Past and Solo Sunday Memorial. The mega rally was held in the Nani Jarwe Koto CRR. And during the Ramadan 2019, the Youth Wing also, in collaboration with some constituencies, organized daily iftar. Food items were distributed within the constituency to support the needy people. Commercial West Coast region. October 22nd, successful welcome parade was organized for the party leader and the Mr. Ibrahim Diba and Mr. Dave Paul from the European tour. In November 2019, the Youth Wing participated in the draft constitutional consultation organized by the Westminster Foundation, and they made recommendations and submitted their opinion in the draft constitution. The event continued in February 2022 and March 2022, where the Youth Wing, as part of their activities, influenced 60 youth to seek their alliance from NPP to United Democratic Party in the Lombard region. In the same March 2020, the Secretary General of the National Youth League, Mr. Kemo Boda, and female youth president from the Lockdown, Mr. Mende, traveled to China to attend the China Political University and participate in the China Africa Political Youth Program. The activities continued on August 30, 2019. Women from 40 councillors paid a costly visit to the National Women's Executive. November 7, 2020, the party participated in the by-election in the Kergarga ward and Nyamina East National Assembly seat. The party did not win in 2 elections. In 2020, the Ghana market, Campbell Kafo adopted Mr. Ibrahim Diba as their father, and the industrial ceremony was held at Political Valley in Britani. The financial report for the year ended 3rd December 2022 was presented by the national president, Mr. Amadou Sane. According to the national president, the country's economy has stalled, no IMF program, a failed rainy season, and completely failed tourist season. Furthermore, over the period of 2017 to 2019, when the UDP was part of the coalition government, the party's representatives served in various positions in the government. Ministries of Foreign Affairs, Lands and Regional Integration, Finance and Economic Affairs, and then the Vice President, Agriculture, Trade, Industry and Employment, and Regional Integration. Mr. Sane reminded the Congress of a few achievements for the Gambia, while UDP members were in the government. 1. Bringing back the Gambia from the isolation into the country of nations, bringing back the IL program after years of disengagement, and leading the preparation and marketing of the National Development Plan 2018-2021, successful work on the Gambia Development Governors Conference in May 2018, and secured pledges of $1.7 billion, negotiated the roadmap for the electricity modernization of the country with our partners. These were the achievements under when UDP was in the government, and he went for to give the financial report of the party. That for the year ended 1st December 2019, a total of $3,202,000 624 was raised, comprising a contribution 3,939,308 fundraising and 5,603,736 and donation 698,506. The contribution figure of 3,909,382 comprised of 668,000 for the National Assembly contribution, 3,266,882 contribution from diaspora, and 4,500 from executive members. The National Treasurer reported to the delegates that the significant absence from these income figures are the huge invaluable support to the party provided by individuals in hiring vehicles and funding the party activities at regional constituency and world levels. The campaign organizing cost expenditure was also outlined by the National Treasurer. In his closing statement, he thanked all their contribution. He thanked all for their contribution and wished all for fruitful Congress deliberation 2020. Day 2 was the continuation of part 2 of day 1, that's Saturday 19th December 2020. The session was moderated by Almani Fandi Tal. And the same day 2, part 3 of the program, constitutional amendment moderated by Alhaji Esdabo. The moderator requested for the amendment of Articles 11 of the Constitution of the party, and then paragraph 31 of the same article was also amended. The same amendment created new position, Administrative Secretary Social and Congressing, Deputy Administrative Social and Congressing, Admin Secretary Media and Communication, Deputy Administrative Secretary Media and Communication. And the chairperson and mayors became automatic members of the party national executive. Then 31 also, the amendment enabled the party leader to nominate extra 4 nominated members in the national executive. This presentation was followed by discussion by the Congress delegates. Among the delegates who contributed in discussion, Nyanama Wali from Boli East, Boli S. Ture also contributed, Rohim Maliklo contributed, Lamin Chejame contributed, again Rohim Maliklo also came in, Lamin Jajo, Kemo Kinte, and Mr. Saleh, chairperson of Janjangbureh Area Council. These were the delegates who take part in the discussion following the presentation of the various reports. Resolution came in, and then Almani Pandintal moderated that event. Congress resolutions were passed. The resolution came from the youth wing. The party national youth president, Honorable Suleiman Sao, came up with a resolution focused on revitalizing the youth wing participation in the party. Big reads, youth wing will develop youth policy to be approved by the national executive. Youth wing will be motivated to serve the agency of the party and support the party leader legacy. Youth wing to promote gender parity in its affiliated groups. To have youth age bracket by 2022 to ensure that the youth wing with the part age is to be elected into the youth position. That the youth wing urges the party to select the 2021 presidential flag bearer before the end of March 2021. This was the resolution that was passed by the UDP ably by the National Youth President, Honorable Suleiman Sao. The day 2 was the nomination of candidates vying for the position in the National Executive. This was moderated by the members of the Ad hoc Electoral Committee, chaired by Dr. Cheba Dami. In this program, the chairperson of the Ad hoc Committee, Electoral Committee, opened the nominations. Nominations were followed by election. Above all positions that were duly nominated went unopposed. About 37 positions were duly nominated unopposed at the said Congress. The next part was the introduction of the party leader-elect by Auntie Maimuna Noor. She started with the biography of her husband Alhaji Hussein Dabo as a husband, father, grandfather, and party leader. According to Madam Dabo, the party leader-elect is a very simple, caring, and compassionate person, and loyal and professional in all dealings with the people. She gave the example that Mr. Dabo's drivers and house helpers have been with them for more than 3 decades, and this is a testimony of his loyalty to all those he deals with. Madam Dabo further stated that Mr. Dabo, if elected as president, Gambia will greatly benefit from the generosity, hard work, moral attitude, and tolerance. The party leader acceptance speech. The party leader stated by expressing his appreciation to the Congress 2020 for the trust reposed in him to continue as their party leader. According to the party leader, the election is about fundamental choices between